I take a couple of days off, and it seems like the Chicago Sky have been labeled the problem child in the WNBA. We're going to talk a little bit around the narrative surrounding Kennedy Carter, Angel Reese, and both Caitlin Clark fans and you Angel Reese stands need a little bit of a wake-up call. We're going to talk about it all and more on today's Chicago Sky Central.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. Stevo and Haize, we in the building today. I'm going to warn y'all right now, trigger warning. Everybody's going to get triggered by this. Caitlin Clark stands, Angel Reese stands, new WNBA fans, because every once in a while, you got to have an episode where you just kick some real shit to people who just are so caught up in their narratives. Before we get into that, though, let's talk about the facts of it. So, Evo, after the game against the Indiana Fever, we got Kennedy Carter, who got her what was called a common foul, upgraded to a flagrant one. And then also Angel was fined, and the Chicago Sky were fined overall for Angel Reese not being available in a post-game conference. You, C-Dub, Bobby, and Kev all got to talk about that a little bit, but I want to talk about some of the fallout from it overall. I want to start with the Angel Reese thing. Angel Reese, to me, not being available after a post-game conference is the fact that, like, I get it where people take it as a negative and people that are offended by it. I understand why she was fined. I understand all of that. But to me, it speaks to her passion of the game. She lost the game on the biggest stage that the WNBA right now is usually on during the regular season, and that is ESPN. She knows that they lost the game, and we didn't lose it just because of her. I'm not putting that on her, but Angel Reese does carry a lot of that, and that's not to excuse it. Should she have been out there and said her piece and her words? Yes, because you're obligated as part of being a member of the WNBA to do it, hence the fine. That part of it, you know, that's the letter of the law. You got to do it. That's just like us for any employer that we work for. If they have requirements, you need to do those requirements. I'm not into all the think pieces and people saying she's a sore loser or trying to say she's being dramatic or anything like. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the reality of it. And until she speaks on it herself, I'm not going to put any type of words in her mouth. But as the facts of what happened, she wasn't out there. They wanted her to be out there. She got fined for it. It kind of is what it is to me. How you feeling, Stevo?
Yeah, like that was kind of how I approached the video. I'm not the type of things to think for people or try to put things in their mouth, because up until like an hour ago, there was no clarification from the organization, the coach, or Angel. So all we had was the fact. And I was just telling people in the comments, I'm like, I don't know what the reasoning was. All I know is in her contract and in the contract, if you want to play in the WNBA and they ask for you after a game for a post conference, that's a requirement. If not, the failure to do so equals a fine. Now, I said in the video, she probably was like, okay, I got it. Go ahead. That might be the case, but she didn't clarify herself. So everybody trying to make it seem like, oh, this situation here, and they didn't talk about that. It, like I've been saying for the longest, it's not normal. This is normal stuff. It happens in every sports. Some situations get talked about more than others. Some situations don't get talked about when it should get talked about. It's the reality of sports. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna be a part of this WNBA, one thing I need y'all to understand: you're held to a different standard compared to anybody else. And two, if you want to get paid by these organizations, you have to follow their rules. Yeah. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, and that like I said, that just is what it is. I'm not getting into the narrative and things around it. I'm gonna let Angel speak for herself. I'm gonna let the organization speak for themselves. Just the simplicity of it. She did not do what her employer required of her. She got fined for it. It is what it is. It happens in the NBA. And that's another thing. And this is where I hate these new people that come in with these narratives that don't understand. We probably Steve-O, about 5 to 8 times a year, an NBA player gets fined for not showing up to a post-game conference.
Didn't Kyrie get it last year?
Yes, Kyrie got it last year. Like the KD's gotten a couple of them. Like, it happens. It like, again, is it right? No, because that's what you should do. But let's not act, and let's not act because y'all just pay attention to 1 or 2 players that this is something that does not happen across sports. Hell, it happens in the NFL. It happens in the NBA. It happens in the NHL. It happens. It is what it is. It happens in the goddamn WWE. Come on, this is what we doing.
It really does. If Vince McMahon tell you don't go out there and do a chair shot, you get a chair shot. It's a story out there. Undertaker. Everybody knows how cool he is. He got fined for it because he had to set an example. Because that's the standard over there. The standard is the standard. It been like that for years. And what's the frustrating part about it? Every sport does it. It's literally a media requirement. If they ask for you, sit there 15 minutes. You can bullshit. You don't even have to answer them honestly.
Yeah.
You really don't. You can sit there, do 15 minutes, go home. That's all he's required. Do your job. That's all I'm saying. I'm not coming for a character because, to be honest, it's not a character thing anyway. I don't give a damn if she missed the interview or not, but that's a part of your job. So the fact that we all know it's a part of her job from this day forth, either she needs to come out and say, I'm not doing any more interviews, or you do your job, and just pay that fine, or just do your job.
Yeah.
You have two options.
Yeah, that's it. And then the Kennedy Carter started. So this is kind of also sprouted. And listen, I've told you guys before, I want the Indiana Fever rivalry with the Chicago Sky. Do I want it like this? Not necessarily. Not like this. But so Kennedy Carter had a hard foul on Caitlin Clark that was called a common foul during the game. The WNBA decided to upgrade it to a flagrant one. That's what the WNBA decided, again, by the letter of the law. And what happened, they looked at it, they reviewed it, they found that it should have been more intense call than what it is. That's what the employer found. Now, after the game, she was out there for the post-game press, and she said, I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions. I don't know anything. I don't know what she said. I didn't say anything. And then there was a post about that on Twitter, and she responded to that post the next day with saying, and that's on that because besides 3-point shooting, what does she bring to the table, man? Okay. The foul. I want to deal with this situation by situation. The foul. How did you feel about the foul, Steve, watching it live?
You could see my reaction. I was upset.
Yeah.
I was upset. That was not the time nor the action. It's a non-basketball common foul, and it was not needed in that situation where we didn't have the momentum. That's where I was looking at it from it, because I'm thinking basketball. I see that all the time. I literally see that all the time. In most common times in the NBA, that means in the reverse, that means whoever just got pushed got into that player's head, and usually they get up clapping like, I got you.
Yeah.
That's where I was when it was happening live. That's where I was thinking, like, she finna get up and laugh. Like, I got him in her head. We got the lead right now. It's a common psychological part of the game, which I think a lot of people don't understand, especially if you new to sports, especially if you new to the basketball. There's a psychological part of this game where people will do anything to get you off. Whether that's, I just watched the video where it's an old player back in the day. He said, let's say what happens? Kaylin elbowed her. I want to get my good back now. That's common in sports. But let's say I'm in foul trouble and I can't necessarily get my get back with a hip check. You know what they'll do? They'll let that player get in the post and then grab that fat meat and twist it so they can react. And when they react, they get the foul. And then they it's a psychological part of this game.
And that's the part that sucked about it, is that Kennedy Carter allowed herself to make a bad play. That was a bad play. It wasn't within the game of basketball. It was a bad play. Just because she's a player on my favorite team doesn't mean I'm going to give her a pass. That was a bad move. It was a stupid decision. Now, as far as her reaction afterwards, this is the thing. I'm tired of people, and in this again, the play is dirty. I'm not talking about the play. It's on of itself. That was wrong, period. No excuse for that. But what I'm tired of is the sissification of professional sports. Let these motherfuckers talk. We talk so much about how everybody's all buddy and shit ain't competitive. What she says in a tweet, she has the right to say whatever the fuck she wants to say. The thing is, now you got to back it up, Miss Kennedy Carter. The next time we play the Fever, you got to back it up. You have now put a target on your ass because of what you've decided to say. You want to talk shit? I'm all for my athletes talking shit. That's my people that are on my team, people that are on my team. Fine,
Yep.
talk shit. If you could back it up, even better. Talk all the shit in the world that you want. But you cannot allow, and you talking shit and asking what somebody else brings to the game, the next time we play them, you can't allow yourself to have mental lapses to where you make a play that's not within the game of basketball. I don't care if you shut her down. I don't care if you get physical with her. Don't make stupid plays. And all this thing, I said I got some smoke for Caitlin Clark fans and Angel Reese fans in this one. I'm about to get on y'all asses too. Caitlin Clark stands, not the fans. It's just the stands. You're a Caitlin Clark fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Hell, me and Stevo just before the Fever game said anybody who's trying to call Caitlin Clark a bust, you too caught up in narrative and hate. But you stands. Stop whining that people play physical. Again, I'm not talking about the Kennedy Carter foul. That was wrong. But the physical play, saying that people are getting too physical with her, we told you, motherfuckers, when the WNBA season started, this league is more consistently physical than the NBA. Guess what? Deal with it. You know what Michael Jordan had to deal with? They came up with the whole rules just on how they wanted to play him. Caitlin Clark has that gravity. Guess what comes with that? You have a target on your back every time you face a team. That's what comes with it. The dirty shit, no excuse for that. The physical play within what the game allows physically, you gotta fucking figure it out, and your fans gotta shut the fuck up. Stands. Again, stands, not fans. My bad. The stands. Go ahead.
And one thing I want y'all fans to realize, and a lot of people to realize, because I've been seeing this everywhere. They don't have to respect her. They don't have to like her. There's a lot of people that don't like Mike. He don't give a fuck. He gonna go out there and bust your ass. Nobody has this whole thing. Oh, they hate. First of all, I hate people that use the word hating, because that means you just give a fuck about people's opinion too much. Who gives a fuck about hating or not, jealousy or not? It's sports. They want what she wants. Duh. They see all the shit. That's what sports is always around. I want to beat you. I want to take off your plate. I want more. I don't want to see you win. I want to win. That's sports. She not on everybody's team. So why is y'all sitting here talking about, oh, y'all, they should be grateful, ride the wave? They are riding the wave.
Everybody's benefiting from it in the WNBA. But let's be clear here. Respect is earned. LeBron James didn't get respect until he actually got on the basketball court. And go back and people have revisionist history. Go back and look at something. Go back and just skim through the first 35 games of LeBron James's rookie season. They was giving that man the business. The difference is he came in with damn near a grown man body. He was basically able to weather it a little bit more.
He could give and take. That's the difference. Yeah. And I think that's the only thing we haven't seen. Somebody like let's say Steph was talking the way Caitlin was talking all off, because we all know Steph can talk shit, but he didn't start off like that.
Yeah,
the way he was physically, if he came in with all that aura. He's from a big old college. He was breaking college. They would have did the same thing. It's the same thing in every sport. People hated Dion. People hated Mike. Baseball. Bryce Harper used to get 900 miles per hour to the head just because he was popular in high school and he was cocky. Yeah. They used to they had to change rules for Shaq, and Shaq used to look at the ref like, bro, this man is jumping on my neck. If you're going to be highly touted, if you're any kids that's playing basketball, football, whatever, if you're highly touted at every level of play that you play at and you're great at it, best believe it's going to be a target on your back. That's perfectly fine.
And the thing is, too, is that Caitlin Clark isn't complaining. It's everybody around. You know why Caitlin Clark isn't complaining? Because she understands that as a competitor, this is what she's going to have to go through. She understands it. And guess what? By the end of the season, she about to be busting some of y'all favorite players' asses.
She is.
And that's just going to happen. Like, it's the ebbs and flows of the sport. Anybody who's come in with that much gravity, you get the best. You have a target on your back. Again, not to excuse the dirty shit, But the physical, you think that people aren't game planning and thinking about exactly how they want to get in Caitlin Clark's head, how they want to throw her off her game, she's going to have to prove it shooting against us every single night. Get over it. This is sports. That's what it is. That's what it entails. You know what? You know who they tried to kill Tom Brady every single time. You know why they couldn't? He was too good. It happens in sports. Get over it. She's going to go through these bumps and bruises, and she's going to come out of there, and she's going to be busting some ass by the end of the season. That just is the way it is. No, she's not a bust. No, she's not the greatest thing since sliced bread in the WNBA yet. It's all like, let's stop. I hate narrative. I hate narrative to say, like, it is. I'm somebody who my mindset is, there's enough statistics, advanced analytics, there's enough games to where hyperbole and narrative has no place in sports if you want to talk about them intelligently. There's too much data out there. There's too many actual reasons you could find to back anything up. Let's stop with the damn, and I know it's not going to stop, but let's stop with the damn narrative. And I said I got something for you, Angel Reese stands as well. Listen, I get it. Should Angel Reese be getting more touches? Yes. But every single game, y'all come in here and whine and complain that Angel Reese didn't get 15 to 16 shots. Guess what? Angel Reese, before she was interviewed for the Indiana Fever game, when they asked what's the one thing that she needs to do better in her game, what did she say? My offense. You know what? Angel Reese is not going to be a focal point of the offense yet. You know what? The Indiana Fever have made Caitlin Clark the focal point of their offense. You know what it's done? It's hurt the development of Aaliyah Boston. Well, that too. Yeah, and it's hurt the development of Aaliyah Boston, who is the damn who should be the star of that team right now. It's hurting her development. You know what Coach Spoon is doing? She's actually trying to build a winning mindset, a winning culture, and winning decision making. You know what that does not do? You don't do that by just saying, oh, our player that's rounding out their offense, let's just force feed her 15 shots a game. Angel Reese is thriving almost in what she's doing. They're finding her more often. They do need to identify when she has a mismatch better, but it's going to come. Let's stop with this microwave mindset. Rome wasn't built in a day. To build a really good basketball player while you're still because keep in mind, the Sky aren't this team that's just trying not to win games. It'd be different if this was a team that was like, hey, we don't care about winning games. We just want to, it's all about getting these reps in for Camilla, for Angel. No, they are still trying to win basketball games. You know what? There are 4 players that are better offensively than Angel Reese and Camilla Cardoso at this point. Do they need to make sure that they're giving them opportunities? Yes, but you are delusional if you think that it's best for this team. And that's the problem with stands. You're looking at what's best for your favorite player. You're not looking at what's best for the team. What's best for the team is to run an actual offense, which we need to get better at, and then I told it before, it's building blocks. It's going to come. And all the think pieces on why Camilla Cardoso needs more shots. She played 18 minutes in a minute restricted game, her first game of her WNBA career, and damn near got a double-double. Come on, man.
Because I'm sick of it. Because y'all keep coming in us talking about y'all need to be way more informed. How the fuck we need to be way more informed when we literally predicted this shit? We literally told you if we're going to get Angel Reese, I sit here and said this on so many episodes. She's not going to be the focal point of offense. You shouldn't want her to. That's going to hurt her development. She needs to come in here and be Angel Reese. And when you think of Angel Reese, right off rip, is not offense, which is the main reason why herself is saying she needs to develop. The way y'all be talking, just like you said, y'all stands. Stop thinking about just her. She's got 11 other people she got to worry about on this team. She got to all make that fit. She got to fit. She got to be a puzzle piece. She ain't the damn puzzle. She's a puzzle piece to make the whole thing click. Yes, she's a big piece, but she's not the main piece. That's what you got Marina Mayberry for. That's why Kennedy is coming up and doing what she's doing. That's why Dana is there. That's why Diamond is there. That's if I promise you, if Harrison never got hurt, she probably wouldn't even be starting. Like I said, y'all need to do y'all homework. I understand y'all like her. I understand y'all like her fashion. I understand. I've been watching her since high school. I've been watching.
She's a star. Make no mistake.
Years.
She's a star. She's going to be a star. But let's be clear here. As a rookie, that your offense is the
Y'all
roughest part of your
asking for
game.
too much.
The fact that she's getting 10 shots a game, she's hitting it at a 35% clip. That's not a good percentage. She's going to work on it. It's going to get better. But she's still averaging almost 11 points, almost 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and over a steal per game.
That's great.
Those are great numbers. Come on, man. Y'all gotta,
damn.
man. It's frustrating.
Like y'all acting like A'ja Wilson was this A'ja when she came here. She wasn't. Jackie Young, when she came out of Notre Dame, physically, she not even the same player, let alone skill-wise. Kelsey Plum, not the same player. A lot of these players are not the same player. They had to work, no matter how good they was. Hey, we all know A'ja was a beast in college. She's 10 times better than she was in college right now. And she had to work to get there.
That's a fact.
Same thing with Cardosa. The same thing with Angel. The same fucking thing with Caitlin. But like I've been saying, if y'all motherfuckers was actually watching the sport, y'all wouldn't be surprised or be saying the shit y'all be saying. Actually do y'all homework like y'all be telling us to do. Because we actually doing our homework. We seen Candace Parker.
Being a fan of a player is perfectly fine. Being a fan of a player that's the only reason why you root for a team, that's fine. That's normal. It's sports. But you still got to educate yourself on the totality of the game and not be so narrow-minded that you think, oh, this is my favorite player. They need 12, 15 shots per game. Chill. Like
and they can do and they could be wrong. They could do bad things. They can make mistakes. And it's okay to point that out.
And two things can be true at the same time. Do our guards need to be better at identifying mismatches in the post? Yes. But that ain't exclusive to Angel Reese. That's E-Will. That's Elizabeth Harrison. That's Camilla. That's Angel Reese. They need to be better at identifying that. You know what helps with that? Spacing. We need more spacing. Like, this is still a work in progress. We are a rebuilding team. It's going to come. This team is going to win games. Yeah, we're 7 games into the season. It's gonna be okay, y'all. I promise you, it's gonna be okay, man. But yeah, that's it. That's just my thought. I just, seeing that over the weekend. I know we got a game tomorrow. We'll break that down, of course, like we always do. But like, we just got to be more aware of the totality and stop letting and it's only a small few. We had a lot of great, smart, intelligent fans here at Chicago Sky Central, and we love you guys. But the narrative watchers, y'all just got to educate yourself a little bit more in the game. And I don't say that to be snide. I don't say that to be belittling. I say that because it helps your enjoyment and overall understanding of why certain things are done to understand the game more. That's all I'm saying in that one, man.
Literally. A lot of this stuff, like I said, the reason we want you to be so informed is so a lot of these things will just roll off your shoulders. Because to be quite honest with you, if this was a NBA game and the same things would happen, I guarantee you nobody would be saying a word. Not a one peep. You can't even say this Draymond, because Draymond's swinging on people. Y'all sitting here talking about what's the consequences. It's a damn hip check.
Yeah.
Candace almost got pushed into the damn
choke slam. Like,
right.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
And some of y'all men, I just gotta say, some of y'all men just soft. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the reason why the NBA soft right now is y'all. Because I'm hearing a lot of these, that's why the NBA soft now. And y'all trying to make it soft for them. It ain't even the women that's soft. Y'all soft.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, guys, thank you for attending this. I know there's going to be a lot of triggers. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people who unsubscribe because of this episode. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. We're going to be here. We ain't never been one to do anything necessarily for subs. We're going to appreciate the people that rock with us, but we got to be real about our opinion. We got to be real about what's going on here. If you don't like it, then there are a lot of really good WNBA channels out there. Go and find one that's more aligned with your thinking. If we're not, and that is what it is. No hard feelings there. But you guys can follow us at Chicago Sky Central. You can send us Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, Chicago Sky Central @gmail.com. Lastly, if you guys want to leave a text message and our voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We out this mug. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.